I got my child.
The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
What is up, everybody?
Nope, do your stuff.
Good evening. How are you, fine folks?
Just leave it.
And welcome. It is going to be a fun night and fun time. I'm your host, the Appalachian American. Joining me, as always, is my panel of misfit, mayhem, wonderful people. The left-hand man himself, the author, David Applegate.
G'day, friends and fans. Welcome to another War Room. It's war.
Cool. What is it good for?
Making politicians rich, apparently.
Yeah, hey, we do have a knight among us. His name is the Anime Knight.
What is up, everybody? Lots of things happening in our world right now, and we are only 19 days away from the election. Things are really boiling over, and now here we are.
And last but not least, the dad of the channel himself, the marvelous, the wonderful Channel Dad Brian Lape.
Yes, my child. Look, my daughter just showed me there's a button on the back to actually get color. Now I just got to figure out the rest of it. So howdy.
What's
Feast
up,
upon
man?
it because it'll be gone tomorrow.
Why?
Because it's driving me insane.
You need to get you some product on that thing so you can moisten it up.
3 weeks.
Moisten that up, man. If you put you some lotion on there, it'll take care of it.
Like you're all bearded. I didn't
Yeah, bit of beard oil, get some shine.
Yeah, dude, get you some beard oil.
Will it give me the ladies? I don't understand why this was so bright and suddenly it isn't.
I don't know. I mean, it looks fine.
Oh, yeah. Where are you at, Channel Dad? Where are you at?
Oh, I don't want to show a shotgun in the background.
No.
No,
Come for the baby oil.
Show off that shine right there. Let people know you're not to be messed with. That's a good way.
Right? Yeah.
Right? Don't mess with me.
I don't know. I had it sitting right now. It's aimed up in the air. I don't know what's going on.
Tommy and the Guinea Pig Collective. What's up, man? Hey, dude, if you want a link, I'll drop it to you on X. Hang on. I will copy, paste. Where is it? Where's the thing? I need the thing. Come on, man. Oh, here
man.
Come on, man.
Oh, yeah, the rifle isn't sitting on that rack either. My room is still
nice. Rifle.
Living here 2 years and I still haven't unpacked boxes. That's how.
Oh, come on, man. Hey, so I bought a video game today.
Hey.
I know I set my
24. I'm pretty stoked. Oh, he's sick, unfortunately. Oh, man, I'm sorry. That sucks. Get well soon, bud.
Yeah, man. Get well soon.
In a little bit, I'm going to fire that bad boy up, make sure it's loaded. I'll load it up. My son is dying to play wrestling.
Please.
I've heard this game's pretty fun.
It is.
We shall see.
I've been playing SmackDown versus Raw 2007, and
Nice.
I beat GM mode by a margin.
Oh, that's cool.
Uh,
Sweet.
thank goodness for the No Way Out pay-per-view. I stacked it. I went all out on that. I'm like, come on, money.
All right, let's see what we got here. I still need to share out our Rumble. Hey, there's 2 people watching over on Rumble. Good evening. We have 205 subscribers on Rumble, or followers, whatever. What's up? So, it's been a day. I'm my second week of work at a new job has been fantastic. I'm still really enjoying it. I actually stayed out of town on Monday night, so that was kind of cool.
Well, that's good.
I went for training, which you guys got to remember, like my boss is literally like my childhood best friend. Best friend, yeah. Hey man, he said congrats. Thanks man. Yeah dude, I took a risk and everything just lined up the way it needed to be, and next thing I know, I'm leaving my company and going somewhere new. So
That's why I did 2 years ago this December. I got so fed up with the food service industry. I got so fed up, and luckily there was a place that was open not about 10 minutes from where I live. Went in, had a phenomenal interview. They're like, "Well, when can you start?"
right meow.
I told them, "Give me till the 3rd of that month." Went
Yeah.
in, played my 2 weeks. Didn't show up the final day of that job. I went directly to my new one and worked the training day. Unfortunately, due to privacy and everything, I cannot disclose what that is for the safety of everybody involved. I can tell you though, I'm doing much better these last 2 years than the 5 years combined in food service. So
That's good.
there's a positive in that. So
Um. Let's see. Yeah, I am enjoying it. It seemed to be a good decision to make, me jumping over there and doing new things. I'm now inspecting fire extinguishers, fire suppression systems, and stuff like that in businesses and whatnot. So that's kind of cool. Um.
yeah, making sure everything's up to code and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. It's definitely a lot of learning, getting state certified in certain things and whatnot. I'm optimistic we're all going to see a better time soon. Yes, dude, me too.
Yes, we're you know what? I will raise a soda to that one. We're in the thick of it because you know what? Hey, it may be bad, but there's a silver lining in everything, and we just have to find it.
Yeah, I got a cup of water. So.
I mean, if you really look at it, Trump is doing the smartest thing right now. He's just sitting back and watching Kamala literally walk down that cliff.
Oh, for real.
Into
I'm
a
not wondering.
snowball.
I'm not wondering if they're going to try to put Biden back in. She's polling so poorly.
He did snub her when she was going to do that town hall thing. He went to the press briefing for the first time in 3 years. That was a snub. Everybody knew that was a snub. He did that to snub Harris, and it's like, you know what, Harris? The heck with you. I'm gonna be going and doing something I should have done 3 years ago. I'm at the White House press briefing, and that garnered more views to him than it did Harris. And that's telling you something. I may not like Biden or anything, but I will give him credit for doing that's a power move right here. Like, you people gonna snub me? Well, guess what? I ain't afraid to snub it back.
I saw an interesting video. I thought it was kind of cool. I think I shared it on our group chat. Yeah, it was open mic. I'm pretty sure it's AI, but it's kind of funny, and I thought that we should take a look at it. I forgot until you said something until just now when you said something. I was like, oh, I forgot about this video. It's kind of funny.
I
I'm
saw
not really
this one,
sure.
but hey, I'll watch it again.
So is Kamala doing okay?
Nope. She's down, Joe. They found out that she's retarded. Now we're basically fucked. Trump is killing us at the polls. So yes, we're going to lose Joe.
Damn it. Wait. What if I come back running?
As candidate?
Yeah.
Well, let me put it this way, Joe. The only person in this world who is even more retarded than Kamala Harris is basically you. So no, Joe,
on, man.
you're
Just
not going
give me
back
another
yet.
shot.
Let's let it all play out. Okay, we'll talk later, Joe.
Okay.
Women looking fine up in here.
Oh, could keep his
That was
mouth
funny.
shut. But
Women
AI or
looking
not,
fine up in-
AI or
Women
not,
looking fine up in here.
AI or not, he's not wrong. He is
No.
not wrong.
Absolutely. The leak is apparently a bunch of lip readers got together and decided that that was the best interpretation they could make out from their mumbling. And yeah, Bill was actually, I mean, how many times have we heard Bill of horn dogging at events? And Me Too, where's Me Too? They're out the back collecting their 50s, right? Or the Benjamins.
Yeah, because and this is how and this is how we should be beating these people at the polls and everything, the legal way. I am so sick and tired of seeing threats from both sides of the aisle. I'm so sick and tired of it. It's like, just drop everything and go vote. Go. Put your money where your mouth is.
But as Slate will remind us, Republicans do have a way of winning elections.
The reason why Trump is getting shot in the first place is because Joy Reid, Morning Joe, and that warmonger Mika Brzezinski and Rachel Madcow and
Rachel Madcow. That's exactly it.
Can't keep their mouths shut and tone down the rhetoric. They can't
I'm the one that said that. All right.
But somehow it's our fault.
Yeah, somehow it's our fault. It's just you. It's just us four sitting. Well, all of us here just sitting here talking about it. We're not going out there and attacking the Harris supporters. We're not going out there and doing that. We got better things to worry about than what the Harris supporters says down the street.
I forget his name now. The guy who went to all the rallies getting liberals to come over and meet the Trump supporters, and the Trump supporters would greet them, say, "Hey, come on, plenty of room," and then get a black man with a Trump shirt on and take him over to liberals and see all the racist reactions. We need more of that.
I did see. I saw some of that. They're going over and talking to these people, and really trying to get a legitimate discussion going on. And man, most of them just don't want to hear it.
They don't, because
you really need to show how vile liberals really are. Because the swing voter is not paying attention right now. They are distracted by Diddy. They're distracted by Kanye West. They're distracted by the shenanigans, and deliberately distracted by the shenanigans of Taylor Swift. The media is trying everything they can to distract from babbling, cackling Kamala.
Including that One Direction person who we all know he was given.
They finally admitted there were two people in the room and they disappeared. And that they have a video. You don't fall out backwards out of a window flat. Okay, that's a heave ho of an unconscious person. He was not flailing
And
or
look,
anything.
and look who was, and there was the Instagram video, David. Look who was it with him in that room.
Yeah,
One
He was
hour, 1 hour before it happened. Who was in the room with him?
Yeah.
Who was
Now
in the
he's
room?
te-
It was a
he's
girl
te-
right there. It was
Two.
him and her, no one else.
No, 2 other people were in the room. They've only confirmed one.
Was
But-
the blonde-haired woman.
Yeah, it was the blonde-haired woman photograph, but the security saying there was a second person, right? That clearly, so there was a struggle. He kicked the TV in. He kicked the TV screen. There was a struggle. Now, the thing is, the bed was put. Now, the thing is, what they're saying is he took 2 women back to his room, but the bed is clean. So I reckon as he was heading into the room, he was either struck from behind or he was drugged. And as they tried to suffocate him or strangle him. I reckon the 2 women helped. I obviously the 2 women didn't do it. They were the bait. That there was somebody waiting in the hall or whatever. It came up behind him.
Yep.
Somebody
That's why,
big.
That's why I tell all our great friends when we go to
Yeah,
conventions.
That's
like
a
this,
hit.
That's why I
a
tell
gangway hit.
that's why I warn my friends. I'm like, look,
Mhm.
go with somebody to Comic-Con with you. If you're gonna have a hotel, get the same room.
Yeah.
Don't matter. Don't matter
yeah.
if it's it don't matter if it's a 2-bedroom. At least get 2 other people with you. That way,
Yeah.
you have witnesses with you. Someone's there with you. Because a
No-
convention's easy. I
no
will
open
say
drinks?
this: I
open
felt
drinks?
I felt so uncomfortable at it was my first time going, and I could not help but feel something bad in the air during my first time going to the convention. However, over time it settled down, and now with everything happening, with my
Yeah,
friends going to New York, I'm like, be careful going to the New York Comic Con. That place is a hot zone. So please go with a plan. I beg you, please. I want you guys back here in one piece.
Never
I'm not
alone.
crazy.
No
I'm not
open
crazy
drinks.
or anything. I care enough to mention this because how many reports have we seen in the last year alone? That crazy San Diego Comic-Con sting operation with a certain thing happening that's illegal that no one wants to talk about. I'm gonna leave it at that. And with all due respect, I'm gonna leave it at that. That happening at a convention proves to me what else is happening over there.
Yeah.
It amplifies and backs my concerns, and that's why I go with 4 other people on the 3 days of the convention. I don't have the gall to go alone because I know something would happen to me. Something would happen. Anything. That's why I'm like, hey, someone go with me. Or if we're going to a convention out there, say like I'm going to a convention where Apparition is. I'm gonna ask Apparition, hey man, what hotel is a great area that's close to the convention where we can meet up? That way Apparition's my witness to anything that happens to me. He's my main witness.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a pick and choose.
No open drinks. If you're going to hook up with somebody, make sure everybody knows and you know this person. Okay. Because particularly at conventions, you'll notice most of the female cosplayers, they don't go inside. They never accept drinks and they stay in the secure areas and they're out of there very quickly. Everybody knows there's something wrong with some of these conventions and the after parties and people disappearing. But, people are, there just seems to be this, I know a lot of people blame the police, but from my father would tell you when he was a police officer, and the reason why he quit, it's not the police, it's the civilian command. They don't want the investigation. Or they'll hand it special unit, and then you never hear or see of the case again.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of cover-ups over drugging and kidnapping. Now, I'm not saying it sounds like Liam was either, professionally taken out, or he was targeted by a robbery gang, and things got out of control during the robbery. But he hooked up with a strange woman, and it cost him his life.
Exactly.
Who is this?
And
The singer who died, he a lot of speculation is he didn't jump; he was thrown from the balcony.
mm-hmm.
I don't know. I haven't heard anything about this.
It was all
One
over
Direction.
Twitter. Yeah, from
Yeah.
One Direction, one of the former bandmates.
Liam, One Direction.
Yeah, one.
I've been so disconnected with on the job training and everything. I haven't had a chance to listen to any any good podcasts or anything like current event news.
Yeah.
So I don't know anything about this.
It's okay, Appalachian. It's okay.
All right.
No, you're focusing on your job, and that's okay. We're bringing you up to speed on everything.
Once I get done with like all my training and stuff, like I'll be able to listen to news and politics and conversations and stuff. I'm just right now with everything going on, I'm working with somebody, so it's different. Once I'm on my own, I can listen in the car.
Yeah.
On drives.
I've got an update on Ubisoft.
Uh-oh.
You know how Ubisoft lost $500 million, right? They made a loss last year, $500 million. Guess what their employees want?
Uh-oh.
A pay rise and profit share.
Nice.
Oh no!
They're actually on strike.
At the worst time too.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, I know who I'd fire. Employees are getting no offense, Seth, but a lot of these mid-level employees, they're getting so entitled. Guess what one of their demands is?
What?
Content control.
Wow.
They apparently don't want any criticism of woke stuff. And they want control of the content. They're saying management doesn't listen to them.
I wouldn't listen to them.
Sheer gall, the hypocrisy. They're not listening to the customer.
Well,
but it gets worse. Did you think Ubisoft's Assassin's Creed Shadows is bad? With Yasuke? Wait until you hear about Assassin's Creed Hex. And the
Lord,
lesbian witches coven.
Oh my!
Oh lordy lord! Speaking of which, David, did you hear that Justin Bieber has ran away from everything and sealed and given everything? I put it to a friend of mine.
He said he won't testify unless he's compelled. So
personally, I think he's next. My gut tells me he's next in some fashion. Look what they did to Aaron Carter.
I think the reason why he's silenced, you're right. I think he's an unnamed co-conspirator. That's why he's been silent. He's an unnamed co-conspirator, and he's trying to settle his way out of this. That's why he's silent. I think he's trying to settle.
Yeah.
Bieber? Yeah,
I may not like his music or anything, but the videos I did see him with him and Diddy are so unbelievably creepy. Creepy.
16, I believe he's a victim. 18, he should have walked away. He didn't. He's actually made a song about how he regrets he didn't walk away. That's you, bro. You did it. You own it. You know.
Yeah.
Look what they did. Look what they did to Aaron Carter, because he gave a full tell all about Michael Jackson. He dispelled all the rumors about Michael Jackson. And
Yeah.
guess what? He wouldn't go along with it, and look what happened.
Didn't he
Trump-
get deleted?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what
Michael
happened because
Jackson
the
said
powers
he
that
had-
be
Yeah.
got so upset. They lost so much control over him and everything. They're like,
Yeah.
nah, do it. And the sad thing is, I watched that entire thing. His own mother was against him. Like, I'm just doing this to protect you, son. It's like, what are you doing? The only thing I did with Michael Jackson was smoke the plant and everything and oogle ogle women. That was
Mhm.
it. I fell asleep in an army cot that Michael Jackson gave to me, and I slept in that, and that was the end of it. He was telling the truth, and I believe him. Because if Michael Jackson's oogle ogling women, that tells you everything you need to know.
They didn't. They wanted to keep him a perpetual boy. Every time he showed interest in women, they beat him up. That's how bad things got. To keep him
And-
flexible, they would break his. They drugged him to keep his bones flexible so he could keep doing the moonwalk.
And then go to and on top of that, Michael Jackson was not wrong. He said this is it. But remember, if you go back and watch the announcement when he said this is it, it wasn't a celebratory thing. Like, yeah, this is it. This is the final concert. I'm excited. No, it was something much darker than that.
They wanted, you know what the thing was? They wanted to put him. They wanted to pay him $20 million for his music, which included the Beatles collection, which he himself had paid $500 million for.
That's an
That's why he
insult.
was deleted.
That's an insult. If I bought the Beatles collection for $500 million and somebody comes at me with the $20 million offer, I'm like, you're out of your mind. Get out of here with your chump change. Get out of here with that.
When it comes
And after
to
he beat the case,
finance-
after he beat that final indictment case, that's when they made their move.
Yeah.
If you can't beat somebody in the whole rigged system, this is the same thing they are doing to Trump right now. They couldn't beat him in the judicial. They couldn't beat him with all the slander and everything. They slandered him everything. Now they went to option C.
They're back to slandering.
The three attempts. But come to find out, the third one was just a setup. That guy who was the alleged person was like, nah, man, I got set up by the FBI and everything.
Yeah.
And I believe him because ain't no way. Because it's like the WTC the WTC bombing that happened in New York City in '93. This is a year after I was born. I recently heard about this. The same guy that they put in charge to like all the little groups and everything. He was a former Egyptian army soldier. This guy,
guess who was their lawyer?
Sadiq
Khan.
Yeah, that was my show. So here's the thing, though. This guy really went all out. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna record you people, and he recorded the handlers, and they got so angry because the people who were trying to drive the van and everything, they were 10 feet. Hey, let me remove my
Guess who met Sadiq Khan in Pakistan?
They were that far away from one of the main blocks of that tower. They were like 10 feet away. Had they covered that 10 feet, we would have seen that one of the I think it was either the North Tower or the South Tower was one of those.
Yeah.
That would have went down real quick. But no, they got so angry. They got so angry.
Revealed to be a CIA asset who met Sadiq Khan in Pakistan. Barack Obama before he ran for senator. And guess who they kicked? And what happened in Chicago before Barack announced he's running for office? They got Jesse Jackson to step down over his son stealing. Have you ever heard of a Democrat going down for theft?
No.
No. If a
They
Democrat went down
cleared the path for Barack Obama every step of the way to run for office.
if he was stepping down for theft, then wouldn't that happen? Then I suppose Hillary Clinton and Nancy Pill Popper Pelosi, they would have
Nancy
stepped
passed
down.
laws to make Nancy changed the ethics code to make everything she did legal. I heard a group did that in the 1940s, didn't they? They passed laws to make everything they did legal, and they still got done in Nuremberg.
And look at what's happened in the last 10 years with everything going on. We're at the pinnacle of everything coming down. The House of Cards is coming down, both in the political sector, in the entertainment sector, hell, even in anything you could think of. Because look what's happening. People are tired of it, and they're starting to come out in droves and going after the right people instead of like all the other entertainers who had nothing to do with anything, who just want to do music and all that, just live their life. That's it.
Did you see the meme the other day?
What's up?
Did you see the meme? The diddler for the diddler costume?
I did see that one. That one was hilarious. Holy crap!
That was
my Lord.
Pete Diddley. You know the Riddler from Batman, the original Green Riddler from Batman set?
I have it in my closet.
Yeah. That's where Diddy should be. Diddy in the closet.
But that's funny.
Yeah, but apparently Jay-Z's been named, but he's been able to successfully get himself extracted from the conversation somehow.
Well, think about it. Him and Beyonce are the power couple there.
Yeah, they
have the resources and the pull and everything still. Diddy
guess how they made most of their money? Guess how they made most of their money? Was it music? No. Their music didn't make over 100 million. Their music didn't peak at 100 million. Was it real estate? They have around 500 million in real estate, but that's not making them billions. That didn't make them worth 2.5 billion. Guess what did? They're behind the supply of marijuana to the marijuana shops. And none of their warehouses have been hit by any raids. You know, all these big raids these big gangs that have been forming and going after all the smoke shops? Not one Diddy enterprise, not one Jay-Z enterprise has ever been raided. Ever. In 20 years. How long has marijuana been legal in California? 12?
I want to say 12 years, somewhere up in there.
So for 20 years, they've been making billions of dollars on in turnover on marijuana. And now they're legally selling it across America.
I still firmly believe
I'm just saying, not once have they ever been raided by the feds. And now that they're legal, not one criminal enterprise has ever targeted not one raid. Not one raid ever. Not one warehouse, however, in all the things that have been going on. With all but a few smoke shops have been hit by organized gangs, and those smoke shops are part of the Diddy Jay-Z circle of enterprises.
Well, it goes to show who really has the power levers and everything. I mean, look what happened, because Kanye and Kim, they don't hold enough power to go against Jay-Z and Beyonce. Beyonce and Jay-Z, they are probably the only power family left in Hollywood, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, which is like means they're the upper middle management.
The sad reality is it's not all sunshine and rainbows, people. They had a lot of competition, and apparently I still think
But us,
they had something to do with the TLC breakup and the Destiny Child breakup, and
and
because Left Eye was
that-
gone,
yeah,
Left Eye is gone, Aaliyah is gone. Guess who took advantage? There's
all of
one
them.
person. There's one female in that room who took advantage and whose star power rose so incredibly high.
Coincidence.
Beyonce. Because
Yeah.
remember, R. Kelly got busted for marrying Aaliyah all those years ago. They wanted that gone because with Aaliyah out of the way, R. Kelly walks away free.
Do you think, speaking of R. Kelly, do you think he had anything to do with bringing Diddy down?
I think he did because
no, hold on. That was Jay-Z. He released the tape. He's the one who released the tape about Diddy. R. Kelly.
Hey, Ernie over on X. Hang on just a second. Ernie over on X texted me, said that he's trying to message, but apparently the messages are not going through. So if you guys are having issues messaging, you guys can go over to the YouTube and check that out, or Rumble, whichever one you guys want.
That's been actually on a note on that. I've had a lot of people tell me they couldn't chat in the YouTube thing. I told them try refreshing it and everything because something weird was
weird.
But luckily though, it worked itself out later on the Tuesday stream. Now, to answer your question from my point of view, I firmly believe it was a coordinated effort against Diddy. Jay-Z had all the pull that he could, and R. Kelly anonymously gave him the tape, like one of his
wasn't
tapes.
R. Kelly. R. Kelly said R. Kelly gave a brief interview all he said was basically, yeah, you got to look deeper into Diddy. That was about it. It was, but according to TMZ, they did not get the tapes off R. Kelly. They came anonymously in the post. R. Kelly could not have done that, and the only person according to Jaguar is Jay-Z, who had the pull.
Exactly, but
nothing moves in the rap world without Jay-Z's nod anymore. Everything is now under Jay-Z's thumb.
Yep, because he got rid. He stomped over the power players.
Competition for 20 years. Yep.
Yeah, because look what happened here. We just mentioned Destiny's Child and TLC. They got bumped off because Beyonce had competition. Aaliyah was on, her star was so incredibly high. And guess who was in the Matrix after her? Jada Pinkett Smith. There was a lot of people who had a lot to gain with Aaliyah being gone. R. Kelly, Jay-Z, the Smiths, everything. Now, fast forward. Fast forward.
Fast. Yeah.
Now, fast forward to Britney Spears.
I reckon she was drugged.
She was on a huge rise, and you can't deny her success. You can't deny it. She had everything going for her. She had the look, the music, the range, everything. Her star was really rising. Who got offended?
There were a couple of people that offended. Yeah.
Yeah, they were angry. Look at
you had Madonna. Who was the other one? Who was Paris Hilton, because her music career attempt flopped. And what do? First, they hook her up with that rapper fella,
Oh my god! Kevin Federline.
Kevin.
There we go. It
Yeah.
took me a moment to
First
get
thing
his
you
name.
Yeah.
Okay, Fed.
Yeah. But then I reckon he drugged her, tried to control her, and she had a psychotic break, which a lot of drugs do to people. That's 1 in 3 people will have a marijuana doesn't affect everybody the same. Some people have a psychotic break. She had a psychotic break, and then they tried to control her, lock her up, and control her music. But the public this is the thing. The public supported her, and now she's pissing all over them. But there are many people who fall from into that category of being disappeared.
I mean, look at and one other thing. Look at Miley Cyrus.
Yeah,
She had
she's
everything going. She had everything going for her, and look what happened.
she had a
She
break.
got she got sabotaged. So, and she got sabotaged. Even Lindsay Lohan, who was on the cusp of being one of the greatest actresses of all time, she was getting there because her movie Mean Girls, which is one of my sister's favorite movies, and I can understand the why. I hated the remake. I hated it because it didn't capture the essence of that life. The original did, and I'll defend that to my day. Now, here's the thing: Lindsay Lohan, got sabotaged too by the industry.
Yeah, a lot of them do. Particularly, I think one of the biggest saboteurs in the industry and one of the biggest gatekeepers for a long time. I'm trying to think of a name. The one who was always attached to Harvey Weinstein, who won all those Academy Awards. Meryl Streep. She's one of the. Yeah, she sabotaged.
That woman.
I think she's the one who got Lindsay Lohan involved with Harvey Weinstein. I think I forget the other one because they used Oprah and Meryl Streep. I think those two they were the ones who put Lohan in with Harvey.
Yep, because
and that's what
just like Jay-Z, David. Nothing moves without Oprah and Meryl Streep. Nothing moves.
Yeah. On the female side, you got Meryl Streep and Oprah, and on the male side, you used to have Harvey Weinstein. He's been bumped out. The Smiths tried to take over Hollywood, but they had competition from Jay-Z, who was working with Diddy. Diddy and Jay-Z had a competition to see how many female rappers they could take out. And then Jay-Z and Beyonce got together, and they took out Diddy.
Yep, they took him out quick, and
now they're going to go for each other because there can only be one. Because there's no way you can have Beyonce and Oprah in the same room.
Oh, that's going to be an interesting entertainment battle right there. That's going to be a interesting one because remember, Oprah
has the power of the DNC behind her. Remember, she's the Blue Roof in Hawaii.
Yep. And believe me, it's going to take it's a matter of who has the more ammo. Because remember, if they took down Diddy and
remember
Whoopi Goldberg
and Jay-Z have Obama, who used to be Oprah's boy.
Yep, and now he's Jay-Z's boy, and
literally bent over.
I'm amazed Whoopi Goldberg is still around, giving everything.
Yeah, did you hear what happened? She lost 27. No, that was Whoopi. Sorry, how much did Whoopi lose? $7 million.
Yo, Whoopi's trash, bro.
But she was offered $7 million to do a voice part, and she said, "Bob, you're kidding me!" And he walked away. And she said, "Bob, what?" She lost $7 million. But worse, Joy Behar, she asked for more. She's now lost $27 million in contracts from ABC.
Jeez.
When you're 82, the last thing you want to do is lose any money, let alone 27 million.
That's got sting. But it's
Oh yeah,
amazing.
probably.
It's amazing. And I bet our audience is just baffled by our vast knowledge of it. This is what happens when you really pay attention, people.
Yeah.
It's not we're not we're not distracted by this because we know what's going on.
Yeah, these
Why do you
stories,
think that why do you think they try very hard to cover everything up? It's
Yeah.
because the people who actually pay attention the most are the actual people who know. That's why they did what they did with Aaron and everybody else. They don't
Yeah.
like tellers and observers. They don't like us.
No, they don't like. Look, I got only a smidgen of inside information over the years with people talking to them, but it's always the same thing. The Illuminati is a term to describe the so-called illuminated. That is now, to be Illuminati, all you have to do is get a degree and be a Satan worshiper. Okay, that's the two criteria.
Yeah.
That's it. The Illuminati is a nepotism group on a grand scale throughout the university system. You look at where you look at the companies that are failing, and then you look where they get their start from. New York, Marvel. They're always going to the New York School of Arts, even no matter how many failures they get, failed projects they get. You look at Hollywood. They're obsessed with the Juilliard School of Acting, despite all the failures. Most of their producers and writers come out of Berkeley. There's a system of nepotism. But in order to join these nepotism groups, you have to get a degree through one of their schools, like Harvard, Princeton, then go to Juilliard or New York School of Arts, whatever, through New York University. And it seems like a step down, I went to Harvard, but that's what it is. The Ivy League schools are nothing but processing centers where they sort out who's going to be left and who's going to be right. And then they take the left and split them into the various schools around America. And all these schools were set up by the Frankfurt School in 1938, brought over by Roosevelt, who are a bunch of little mustache men.
Yep.
And these 38 little mustache men went on to all become directors of FBI, CIA, and various universities. That's how the Democrats, and it's called and it's actually not. They don't call themselves the Illuminati. That's just the term to describe the foot level soldiers. That is the people who get a degree and are Satan worshippers. The Illuminati is just a general term. The actual name of the group is the Quantum Group, and their chairman is George Soros. And they're based in London, and they control the London School, and they're the board of the London School of Economics. So you wonder why Western economics is so effed up, because everybody's just basically trained in Marxist economic theory. That's why we have so many problems. Again, it seems a step down to go from Harvard to the London School of Economics. But this is what they've done. They set up 6 schools around the world in arts, finance, acting, writing, and politics, right? And that's what they do. They control top down. That's why, Reagan always told you, and actually, if you look around, trickle down economics. If the country's successful, the people are successful.
Yep.
But if the people aren't successful, the country's not successful. That's all trickle down economics is. Everything else is just a weird conspiracy theory by Democrats who come up with the wackiest.
I hear the cops. Uh-oh, here comes the thought police. Here
The
comes the
fuzz
thought
is
police.
coming.
Oh, the
That's
thought
not the
police is
concept.
coming.
Hold on. I'm near the airport, and almost every day there's an ambulance or a crash out there at the airport roundabout. So that's an ambulance, not a
Nice.
cop.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm 5 minutes away from the airport roundabout, But to get there, got to go through the industrial center. And I'm telling you, that's the worst. It's constantly traffic jammed, It seems like every man and his dog still go to the airport by car. And it's like, what? You freaking idiots. Who goes to the airport and parks their car for $150 when you can take the train for $15?
Yeah.
So people I don't have a train in my town. So you have to either get dropped off or drive and park.
Oh no.
Yeah, but you can get an airport shuttle for $20. I don't know
Airport
why
shuttle
people
won't come pick me
drive
up.
to the airport.
Speaking of which, David, what do you think of the Kerry Lake Ruben Gallego thing? The race
I
that's
think
happening.
they're trying to set up Kerry Lake to make it look like a kook.
Because I'm gonna be very perfectly honest. I've seen more Ruben Gallego ads than Kerry Lakes. It's so bad over here. It's not even funny.
Yeah, but you got to remember, there's a large percentage of the population who basically treat politics like a popularity contest. So, this is why money wins elections, folks. It's a popularity contest. Whoever's got the most bucks buys the most votes. And that seems to be a hard concept to explain to people, that billboards win elections. They may not sell books, but they do win elections.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Especially with that that only debate between the two.
Yeah.
Holy
Kerry Lake is
crap.
really going to learn billboard, billboard, billboard.
Yep.
Look at Trump. Look at all the Trump billboards. Look at all the Trump appearances. That man knows how to market himself. And Kerry has to step up from her game. She's falling from B to C.
Mm-hmm.
And once you become a C-ranked politician, you might as well run for cat catcher.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I like her, but she's not marketing herself. She thinks she's been running on her looks, and you know what happens to women over 30.
You're talking Kerry Lake?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I'm back.
You bring up a girl, and then here comes late.
Yeah. Here comes late.
That's all I got on my mind.
No, but look,
Kerry
I've
Lake's
seen-
my age.
Really?
Yeah. I'm pretty certain.
Yeah.
Sorry, David. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. It's you know about billboard elections, right? How billboards have often swung the vote in swing states. Trump's got 6 out of 7 swing states and ranging from +1 to +7, and it's all due to billboards, baby. Billboard, billboard, billboard.
Yep. It's so crazy what's going on. And I have a feeling come November 5th, it's all gonna pour out. I have a feeling we're gonna see here's what I predict. There's gonna be news reports of voters being attacked. I'm not fear mongering or anything. This is what I think is going on based on everything we've seen up until this point. And where this is
too quiet. Portland's too quiet. Means they're training.
Yes, it's way too quiet.
Which means they're off in training camps, folks.
Mm-hmm. Because I have a feeling it's gonna be they're gonna come out. They're gonna do something to the voters on both sides, not one side but both. Something's gonna happen, and then when Trump wins, the attacks won't stop. They won't.
No,
Not until we get to like what, January.
no.
David,
Too
when's
many
inauguration?
20th, ain't it?
Yeah. For far
Okay,
too long, you've let the left get away with protesting, and you don't know the difference between a legitimate protest and
and a
violence.
riot.
Yeah, political violence by the left has not, in over 70 years, you've done nothing about political violence by the left. You've done nothing about labor unions for far too long. And even the head of the Teamsters had enough, right? He's like, I gave Kamala 25 million. This is the head of the Teamsters saying openly, I gave Kamala 25 million. And what do? They bust up the strike, they break every promise. I don't know what to do. My members are walking away, you know. They don't want to listen.
Which is why
This
I'm
is why you
encouraging.
should pay attention to CNN, because you'll actually find out what the Democrats are thinking. That's the only use CNN has. Otherwise, there'd be no audience.
Yep. But I encourage people to be on the lookout for instigators, though. A lot can happen. Also, bring somebody with you to go vote. They may not like the idea, but I'd rather go with
Don't
someone.
vote alone. Vote early,
Yeah.
vote, and don't vote alone.
People, we're not joking here. We are not joking. What if they could do that to Trump? They could do that to us. Let's be real about that. What they're doing to Trump right now, what's gonna stop them from turning the guns on us? Nothing.
Look, I know a lot of people want to be what do you call it? You know,
On the
middle
sidelines.
ground.
Yeah, middle ground. Yeah.
But here's the thing: if you keep appeasing the left, they will always keep grabbing more violence. They'll continue their escalation of violence, because as long as they keep winning, they will keep being violent, because they know that they're controlling you through fear.
Exactly. And
if your church group,
to my fellow Arizonians, I'm not joking here. I live here in Arizona. We need to bring back sanity into this state. I didn't move here just for it to be California 2.0.
And until you treat every election, not just the federal election, but every election. Now, here's some positive news. Conservative Christians, once skeptical about mail-in ballots and early voting, are now the largest. Yeah, hold on. They are now the largest early voting group. Conservative Christians are now the largest early voting group, with mail-in ballots being collected in churches, sealed, verified, and delivered by pastors they can trust. If you haven't already, get your church involved in collecting and gathering and delivering early votes in a group together, and get your verifications.
Oh,
get your receipts.
Actually, Abolition. Did you see the 47th annual comedy, the roasting of the thing with Donald Trump and all that?
I saw something about it, but I don't remember it very. I didn't see much of it.
Guess who didn't show up? Kamala Harris.
Kamala, yeah, I did hear about that.
She's the only Democrat outside of Mondale. 47 years didn't attend. Why? Because she's not funny.
No.
I will give Hillary Clinton this.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I will give her this. Mm-hmm. As much as we despise Hillary Clinton, you got to admit she had she had more guts to go and be poked fun of by Trump and everybody than Kamala Harris. That's the only credit I'm going to give. That's the only credit I'm ever going to give that woman. The only credit I'll ever give. Because Kamala Harris, that says a lot. It's like you couldn't go for one night with lighthearted jokes, some humor, haha funny, and have a nice meal, and that'd be the end of it. For one night, that's all we're asking. One
because
night.
he outperformed a lot of the Toastmasters. He actually outperformed a lot of the professionals who they invited. Because don't forget, it's run by a professional Toastmasters organization. These people, that's what they do for a living. They roast people. They go to, they usually, CEOs would hire these people to, to host events and roast them, for little humiliation rituals, because it goes a long way. CEOs do this often. They get Toastmasters to roast them so the employees can all have a laugh, and it actually gets out all the anger. And basically, that's how people get away with shit. They make you laugh or get laughed at,
And there's and David, you'll agree with me. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just one night. It's just one night of comedy. It's just one night of comedy, and that's it. Just for one night only.
Even Hillary said that Donald Trump outperformed, and like, give credit where credit is due. Hillary Clinton is a master politician. Kamala Harris is not. She's not even the toe clippings of a politician. She is what did somebody call her? I forget what it's called. Where
a cackling demon.
No.
Wait, Harris has that now.
You know when somebody's only position is whatever's popular at the time?
A bandwagon hop? Oh,
yeah, but something more upscale. And I think
I know what you're talking about.
CNN calls you, and basically it means you're an empty vessel. When CNN calls you an empty vessel, you're screwed.
Yep.
I can't remember the word they use.
Well, you ain't wrong, Tommy. You're not wrong, Tommy. But we're giving Hillary Clinton the one shred of credit here for actually going to the city and getting roasted to her face.
If you want political, what's it called? If you want to be taken seriously, if you want to be a proper politician, you have to give credit where credit is due. If you want political clout, you have to be as honest and as brutal as you can, but at the same time, you have to give credit where credit due. Hillary Clinton, I wouldn't let her run a dress shop, but she is a political animal with skill.
Yeah, there's no denying that. And there's no denying that. Look, we're not fans of Hillary Clinton by any means here. We're not. We're just stating the obvious, because if Hillary Clinton can do that, why couldn't Kamala Harris? At least one night. That's all we would have asked of Kamala Harris. Just come here for one night. No talking points, none of that trash. Just for comedic jokes and everything, and get a few out yourself and prove to us that you can actually hang with us.
Yeah, it's not just Kamala. There's a lot of people, and I'm not saying just on the left, but there are a lot of people whose political careers have been ruined by not showing up at a Toastmasters event that's international. Not your local. They're not important, but when Toastmasters International has a major event and political candidates don't show up, they tend to no longer be politically viable candidates.
Yeah, and Harris just did just that.
That's why we have the videos out there now.
Whole thing. She tanked her whole thing. By this point, I don't think they can do it. They could still try, but it's not going to be as effective.
But again, it comes down to the swing voters and that 40% who don't always turn out.
But with everything going on, because remember, what happened with the hurricanes and everything, as tragic as they are, Trump proved more with action than words. Yeah. Now look, I'm not being political here. I'm just stating some facts here. When you're a political candidate and a disaster happens,
politics is put on the back burner.
Yes, politics is on the back burner, because remember, we're all human. We're all human, and we always help out whenever need be. Trump did just that. He put his money where his mouth is.
So did Elon. And
that's a man. I judge people by their actions. I
Yeah.
judge people by their actions, not by the words or anything. It's like, show me some hard evidence that why I should believe you.
NASA said you could never reuse a rocket. Elon proved them wrong. NASA said you cannot return a rocket to Earth and reuse it. Elon proved them wrong.
Why do you think CNN and everybody else wants us gone? Why do you think they want us gone?
Because we keep showing what incompetent, neurotic, insecure, and selfish people they are. They're narcissists who thrive on attention. And the more attention that goes away from them to what they call little people. Again, remember, there's two things in their world you have to be: have a degree and a Satan worshipper. That's their world. That's their worldview. And anything other than that is, oh my God, how dare you not like the 15th remake of Beauty and the Beast? It's like, didn't you care about their performance? Because remember, it's about the actor. They don't care about the story. They care about the actor. Oh, their performance was so good. Oh my God.
I agree. And look, I want people, everybody that's watching, whether you're on Rumble, YouTube, or Twitter, we're
please.
We're only presenting the facts here and everything. It's not all speculation. We all want you guys to make the choices for yourselves. We're just presenting our own viewpoints on the matter at hand. We are not twisting your arms to say vote for Trump or vote for Harris. That is entirely up to you.
But can I tell you which side they're on? Who got more money this week? The hurricane victims or Ukraine? Who did Joe choose to send the excess cash this week to? You, the American taxpayer, in need from hurricanes, or Zelensky, who's not even a formal treaty ally. Ukraine has no treaty with the West.
No, they don't. It's illegal. That's why this war is so illegal. What we're doing is so illegal.
Yeah, there's no treaty. We are not obligated to. I mean, if we're obligated to defend every country, why did you not defend Lebanon? Or why aren't you? There's just so many wars going on right now, and what are you doing? Just sending more arms, sending more arms, sending more arms. And remember, Hillary Clinton herself says we got to return to our original position. Now, the original position of the Democrat Party, you go back to 1916. Was it the 1916 convention where they declared America's neutrality and that they would sell arms to anybody, including both sides of the war. That's the Democrat position.
Exactly.
If Russia today is buying arms from Israel through India, so there is no morality in this situation whatsoever. I'm not saying Russia's the good guys in this, but I'm saying they have a position. They have stated it. The US is screaming about North Koreans and Iranian missiles. Meanwhile, what are you doing? There are 19 wars you are funding.
And also, let me ask the audience this: where do you stand in America? Are you for? Do you want an America where we're free of these wars and only get involved if it really calls for it, and be prosperous again, to where you can go out and do all the things that you wanted to do with families and all of that, and actually have a better life? Or are you on their side, where you want endless wars, endless spending to other countries that has nothing to do with us, and live in the misery that we're currently experiencing right now? I pose this question to anybody watching. And to think for yourself, are you happier than you were 4 years ago in 29 than you were in 2019?
I mean, look how
Are you
miserable.
happier now?
Look, just look at some of the people on MSNBC. Look how miserable they are.
Oh, I know, because being the daughter of the most hated man ever in existence, Zbigniew Brzezinski, I could do an entire tirade against him
But
because
okay, then look at all the so-called Republicans who are endorsing Kamala. They're all hated as rhinos. They all backstabbed the party over the last 12 years and voted for Democrat positions, and they're all warmongering neocons.
Exactly. We have Liz Cheney, the daughter of the
They had
most.
Dick Cheney on stage
Yes.
with Kamala.
Yep.
So it shows you
And
the Democrats have no morality. If
they
Satan
don't.
himself appeared, they got endorsed by Satan, everybody. Oh, thanks, Dick.
Yeah.
And what are they?
Crazy world we live in, Appalachian. Great, crazy world.
Yeah, man. Sorry. So I was loading up the 2K24, only to find out that I need to have a PlayStation Plus account. So yay, more money.
Oh, what the F?
This is why I hate Sony so much. Because back then you could play.
Sony,
Remember
Nintendo,
back
Ubisoft, they're all doing it. They're all, and
Appalachian. Remember you had a PS3, right? At the time. Do you remember? Have you ever played Call of Duty Black Ops 2? At some
yeah.
Do you remember when you and I could go online and we didn't have to have a PSN account?
That was the fun thing, because like all my buddies were like, "Oh yeah, I like Xbox," and I was like, at least I don't have to pay.
Exactly.
Oh,
we didn't have to pay at the time. Now we do, and that's what's killing gaming. The paid subscriptions. It's
so stupid.
It should be an optional thing.
The problem is these companies don't need the money. The problem is that and it's not just the executives, the entire company is greedy. That's what I'm saying before about Ubisoft. It's not just the management that's greedy, it's all the employees. They want $150,000 a year to do what? I make a couple of gifts for making a couple of gifts. Okay? The true talent, yeah, but out of 15,000 employees, the true talent, the game engines and the coders are only about a couple of hundred. They're the true talent. They make the games. Everybody else is marketing, and the community managers get over $100,000. These people are so greedy. When the average wage is 35,000 now. I think that's the average wage. I mean, I wish I was getting 35,000. I make less than.
Oh, believe me, if I was making that money, I could easily buy Appalachian American a house 1,000 times over.
Oh, well, I'm just saying these
and get you out here, David, and get you out here and get you a U.S. citizenship and everything.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, these people. I mean, it's the same with politicians, government workers. There are all the so-called liberal elite. Remember how many millions these talking heads on CNN, MSNBC, and ABC get, right? They get paid millions to lie to you. And they're not journalists. They read a teleprompter.
Exactly.
And people like me have to say, hey, join my Patreon, and year in, year out, trying to get people, and yet money falls from the sky to MSNBC and mainstream media. Literally, millions of dollars are paid to them by unions and political parties. Mostly, though, I mean, out of the top 25, only one is a Republican donor.
Exactly. And that's the sad reality of it. because
So why are they paying billions of dollars a year to mainstream media to win elections?
they hate
they're
us that
stealing
badly.
from the taxpayer. That's money is stolen from the taxpayer.
Exactly. Because they hate us so much. They hate the fact that you, me, Abolition, and a few others are still able to do stuff despite the economy being the way it is. The fact of the matter is, Abolition was able to get his own chicken coop, and the fact that he was able to get a better job.
I
We're
cannot
proving
understand it. There is that
all
they,
of us,
yeah,
even
they
the
did.
audience,
Hmm?
even the audience. I'm pretty sure you guys have some very, very wonderful things that you're proud of, despite
Yeah.
everything going on. I
Here's the
guarantee
thing.
you, if the economy was so much better and everything in between, I guarantee you would have more family trips than anything in this planet. You would be able to go out and do nightly barbecues.
No more
and
60-hour weeks. That's the
yeah,
problem. No
we're
more 60.
we're killing ourselves by working that many. I feel so bad for some of the people that I do work with who are younger than me. I feel so bad for them. Some of them have better positions than others in terms of schooling and all of that. But at the same token, it's like
They're
they
killing
don't
themselves.
know how
with
good they
hours.
got it. They don't know how good they got it.
And
And
the thing is, they keep talking about progress. Yet you ask them progress to what? Oh, a better world. Describe it. Tell us how it's going to be better. Because right now you're destroying everything on the promise of a better world. You have no plan. Okay, this is the problem. Liberals have no plan. Okay, those who destroy cannot create. That is an absolute.
Precisely that.
And it's an absolute in physics, in chemistry, mathematics. Negatives do not become positives until you eliminate the negative. You have to eliminate the negative. That is the fundamental fact. I forget who did. Was it? I forget his name. Not D'Souza. Not the former. The former Intel guy who ran for president, who used to be Trump's one of Trump's guys. He was on Rumble the other day. I forget which one. He was saying how Democrats, you can't get rid of Democrats, but they got to lose. They got to lose, for a couple of elections before they'll even begin to learn their lesson. You know what I mean? You look back over the years, they do have this capacity to learn, but they seem to be learning the wrong lessons in the last, late. And he's right. They are. Every time they lose, they just get better at manipulating the public opinion, but they don't actually change. Obama, you had Obama. Biden is just Obama 2.0, and Kamala's Obama 3.0. I like the meme, Obama, I need a vice president dumber than me. Biden, I need a vice president dumber than me. Hello, Kamala.
Yep, and that's just the way.
Take care, Tommy.
That's
Yep,
just
feel
the
better,
way.
man.
That's just the way it goes sometimes because these people do not care. They do not care. They'll throw anybody under the bus, whether you're Kamala, a Biden, a Nixon,
Bill
or
Crosby.
anything.
Bill Crosby.
Oh, yeah, even him.
Yeah, look, I'm not saying he's innocent, but they was it? I think it was Jaguar who's saying, you notice with Bill Crosby, nobody else was charged. You notice with Harvey Weinstein, nobody else was charged. You notice how they lumped everybody else's crimes onto them, and later these men will go to appeal and say, I didn't do this, I wasn't here, I wasn't at this party, and then the whole case gets thrown out because of one lie. And they're going to do the same with Jay-Z. They're going to do the same with Diddy. there's going to be that one lie. They'll first go to prison, and then later there comes the appeal, and they'll pull out this one lie that somebody told, and the whole case is gone. Crosby's out because of one lie told against him. Harvey Weinstein, every woman from Meryl Streep to Leslie Headland all consented.
Yep.
You can't send somebody to jail for grape unless there's no consent. And if every case is consensual, there's no SA.
Yeah.
It's no assault.
Look.
So they lied about Harvey Weinstein. Harvey Weinstein, absolute garbage to human. But this is what's going to happen.
Look at Dan Schneider. Look what happened. Look what the tell all of the Nickelodeon and all that.
Yes.
He's a bigger pile of crap than anything in the
PDF file, but somebody told a lie about him, so he gets to skate.
And the fact that man is still walking, considering the fact what he did to Miranda Cosgrove and everybody else.
But like I said, they have a deliberate poison pill that will tell a lie that will seem true at the time, but later be proven false on appeal, and they just walk free because now every piece of evidence is dated and can't be used again. This is how they manipulate the judicial system.
Yep. And that's why this whole thing is such a huge mess. I think the person to here's what I think is going to happen. Tom Hanks is on the run right now. He's on the run. Justin Bieber is on the run.
Jay-Z is settling in private and getting his name removed from cases.
And I think what's going to happen is the shoe is about to drop, and I think Tom Hanks and a few others are next on the chopping block.
Spielberg,
because remember they got rid of the guy from Full House.
I know who you mean. The guy who allegedly threw himself off a bridge.
And also the guy from Full House, the main dude.
Oh, Bob Saget.
Yeah, Bob Saget. They got rid of him because he was useless.
And they said
useless to them.
They said he fell and hit his head. Yeah, how do you fall and hit your head 3 times with a round indentation? And that's what happened to Liam, right? How do you fall off a building when you're unconscious?
Exactly. And look look what happened next. Also, I think if Justin
the rise of the twins, but they sold out. They decided to own their. They decided that the Olsen twins. They decided their careers are worth too much to tell the truth.
Exactly. They won't talk. They won't.
And now that the evidence,
I have a few. And now that the evidence is mounting. The evidence is
mounting. Yeah, but still, they thought they thought it was taken care of when Bob Saget exited the building.
Also, think about it like this: Justin Bieber is probably one of the main people right now who can really do damage. He is so scared right now, and I don't blame him for being scared. I don't blame him. But come on, man. You have everybody backing you right now who want you just get it off your chest. You're not in trouble if you have nothing to hide. You're not in trouble.
I don't know. Well, statute of limitations might say different.
Well, certain things here and there. But I guarantee
there are some people whose statute of limitations have expired, and they want people still to come forward and reveal the truth about Diddy, Epstein, and others, even though statute of limitations have expired.
Where is Ghislaine? Where is Ghislaine? I haven't heard anything about Ghislaine. Have you, David?
Protection.
It's been so quiet.
No, she's in federal protection. That's been confirmed. She's been moved to a protective facility.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's all gonna come. It's all gonna come
You know,
out.
Martha
It's
Stewart, you know,
yeah,
where they kept Martha Stewart and all that, you know, the camp, you know, that
yeah.
special camp they got near, I forget the place. It's Louis, is it, it's near where they got the other federal prison, but it's not in that, it's part of the complex, but it's like, you've got this big supermax, which is like super lockdown, and then you've got this nice cushy, open cell area where, you know, you have your own stove, you have your own food, you know, you've got lots of yard access. You're like living in your own unit. You know,
Yeah,
it's club
yeah,
fed
yeah, yeah, yeah. So,
for
so,
protected witnesses. Yeah,
so I think Tom Hanks is next on the take
the
like
male too. Yeah. Tom Hanks
on.
is definitely in people's radar, but right now they're worried about Jay-Z getting away with everything.
Oh, he will. I
Yeah.
I have no doubt he's gonna get away with it. I have no doubt in my mind. That
Yeah, he's
man's
got
gonna
too
get away
many.
with it all.
Yeah, he's
Because
got too
remember,
many
he
people on
he
his
who has the pole can do anything.
until the crown is knocked off his head, and that's what's going to happen. There are
It would
people
be
now who see. This is the thing: when you rise, this is what a lot of people in the mafia said: when you rise by the gun, you fall by the gun.
mm-hmm. And right now, there's still a lot of people out there who can bump him off, but right now, I think Tom Hanks is next in his sight. Because remember
Well,
Tom Hanks and everybody, they represented the old guard with Diddy. So remember, when Diddy got knocked off, guess who lost all that protection? Everybody that's connected to him lost all their protection. They have no guarantees anymore. The
yeah, well,
and Jay-Z and Beyonce, they're the main people right now because they played it smart. I'll give them that. They played it smart and they're like, "Look, we have all this money right now and they can make anything happen." And guess what? They have their fall people ready to go. Why do you think everything is so quiet right now? Because they're planning the next
because
move.
of this guy, I'm putting his name in private chat. This is the guy. This is the one who I think is now working for Jay-Z or has been working for Jay-Z all along.
Oh, oh, absolutely. Even the private
He's the
security.
one who owns the property in Arizona on the border.
Yeah,
So do the
not
maths.
far from me. So not far from
Yeah.
me. But
One of Diddy's associates, who can't be named because of the litigious nature of the situation, is considered the power broker to make people and problems disappear. And so far, it looks like he's in protective custody, not actually charged with anything.
it's just and this is no conspiracy, people. Look, this is a matter of paying attention and seeing who has the momentum to gain from someone else's fall. Look,
That's Hollywood, isn't it?
if you look at everything that's happened with from all the way back in the early 90s all the way to now, look who had to gain from that person being gone.
You know, no offense, it started with Spielberg, Geffen, and the other guy. What Spielberg, Geffen, and the other. Who was the third one? They all turned against each other though, but
Yep.
they joined ranks to try and take down Disney.
Yep, they wanted Disney gone, and Disney's still
And they
here.
would do anything, and they used anybody. They gave rise to Tom Hanks and Diddy and who's the third? Oprah. These are the people who brought in a lot of financiers, film funds, everything. They made a lot of promises, but along the way, there's so many broken dreams and incomplete projects.
Yep. It's really
But I think,
sad when you really look at it,
yeah,
because with the fall of Destiny's Child, with the fall of TLC,
it
with the
goes way
fall of
before
Michael,
that with the collapse of Motown and independent records
yep, and also Michael Jackson and
set up
Whitney Houston
to take his music,
and Whitney Houston and Prince.
deleted because she was no longer useful.
So you
But,
believe my
but
you believe my theory on that
yeah,
one? What I really think happened. Prince,
mhm.
however, um, he was one of the other conglomerates, because remember, the guy had no will. He had no heir, nothing. And that's what screwed everybody over.
Yeah.
Because remember, he didn't have a will.
It's just so sad that the vast public don't understand. You don't need many players in a conspiracy. You just know how. If you know how to compartmentalize information and spin a good tale, you can have people believing the devil is walking down Main Street. And I'll point to the proof of this. Look up H.G. Wells, World of Worlds, and mass hysteria.
Yeah. And also, for people who are confused of what I meant by my theory, I firmly believe there was a lot of power people involved. The music industry and her sister and her sister-in-law. Look who had the gain from all of that. They wanted Whitney gone because Whitney was a cash cow and a meal ticket to some of the evil people surrounding her.
But once
And
she ruined
guess
herself on drugs, she was no longer useful.
exactly. And she wanted out of the music industry.
Well,
Michael tried
everybody at some point
Michael
wants
tried
to
warning
retire.
her.
It's like
Michael
Michael.
tried warning her. Go back to 2001 when they did that celebration for Michael Jackson in New York City. Look at Michael Jackson's face when because he's in the audience when Whitney is performing. He's not cheering. He's legit terrified. Like, he is so scared out of his mind. He's that worried. And that tells me all I really need to know of what's going on. Michael Jackson tried telling people of what is happening through everything. And unfortunately, it came too late for Whitney Houston, because you can't tell me a drugged up woman fell in a bathtub that was full, had all the bruises from her collarbone to her eye and everything. I refuse to
Somebody
believe
held
that.
her down.
She really got the crap kicked out of
You
her,
know who else
and they
had
made it
those
look like an
bruises?
accident.
Whitney had the same thing. The bruised throat, that's the first takedown. Like, you cannot scream. The second takedown, the broken collarbone, you're losing your mo. The third takedown, the middle of the back, now you can't run. That's
Yep.
a
And
SEAL
they
team
did,
takedown, folks. Look it up. They hit you 6
and
ways to Sunday, and once you're on the floor, they hold you down in the bathtub.
yep.
This
And look
Liam
what
didn't
they
have a bathtub, so they used the balcony.
and look what else they did to her daughter. The most
Yeah.
tragic out of the whole thing. It's so tragic. The whole
A year
tragedy
later.
in this whole
Yeah.
thing. The whole tragedy of this whole thing is the daughter. Same thing happened to her. Somebody, her boyfriend, her ex-boyfriend, took
Mhm.
advantage, and because remember, Bobby was grieving the loss of her mother. You could easily take advantage of somebody in that state. It
Oh,
is
yeah.
terrifying. Plus,
Yeah.
when he outlived his usefulness, they
Me
offed
too.
him. They
Yeah.
offed him in a quote unquote drug overdose. But
Yeah.
guess who the main beneficiary is?
Mhm.
Whitney Houston's mother. She outplayed the vultures because she realized what was going on. She saw what was going on, and they were under the false impression that Whitney left her estate and everything to her daughter. That's why they also took out her daughter under that pretense. But the mother actually took advantage of that, and thank God she made it for the better. And that's why it happened. Now, with the mother gone, who knows who's going to take over that estate, because it's always the Vulture family members and the music industry that you have to be aware of. Same thing with entertainment. Same thing with comedy. Who are the main gatekeepers of comedy right now? Cedric the Entertainer, Steve Harvey, and a few others. Why do you think Bernie Mac was killed? He was the funniest comedian out there. Steve Harvey got pissed off with Bernie Mac. Cedric the Entertainer can't sing, can't dance, can't act to save his damn life. He can't. He has to steal other people's stuff. He stole Mark Curry's entire act. He stole Cat Williams' mainline joke. The man's a friggin' joke. And look what's happened. They're the main power players still. Yeah, they're losing power and everything, but still, they're the gatekeepers. Oprah Winfrey has a lot to lose. Same with J-Lo. Jennifer Lopez has a lot to lose right now because remember, he dated Diddy. Look what's happening now. Whose name came up in the affidavit? Hers. He has a lot to lose right now, and it's all gonna catch. It's still catching hell. We're 2 months away from this year being over. Look what's gonna happen. Keep an eye on things between now and I want to say March of 2025. Watch what happens. Keep an eye out. Some things are gonna fall.
Am I roboting? You're roboting?
No, you're good.
All right. Because I got the symbol on the screen. I think we should call it a night. I'm starting to lose my internet speed.
All right.
Yeah, I've been like falling asleep here in the chair for the last 10 minutes.
Wait, I'm numb. Okay, I'm numb.
I'm so sorry.
Is your butt numb?
This is a lot of information that we
Calgon, take me away.
This is a lot of information that we dumped on everybody. As shocking as it is, but look this up yourself. Look where the parallels lie. Look where they're at. Look who gained. Look who got stifled. A lot of people got stifled.
Yeah,
it's the same thing. It's the same thing.
Deaths are unnatural.
Oh, watch that too. Look who. Keep an eye out who's next to fall. Watch the circumstances. And also pay attention who's going to gain from that. There's a lot of fundamentals. Remember, everybody, you can't look at it from one side or the other. You have to look at it from all sides, all aspects of that diagram. Look what they're doing.
All right.
Anyway.
All right, we're going to be live tomorrow morning for Coffee and Gaming. Save 7.
Subscribe to this man right here.
Yeah, thank you.
One of the real ones.
Yeah, you haven't hit
7 a.m. tomorrow. Buy David's book. Check out Anime Night's channel and Lape's channel. All of them can be found down below in the description, or David's got a QR code down here in the corner. You can check that out.
Goodbye.
Yeah, you guys have a great night. Take care, and we'll see you guys soon.
Bye-bye.
Good day, sir.
Later, dudes.
Good night, Jim Bob.
Hell, I got to go.
Peace out.
Burn in hell, New World Order. Fuck you. Fuck you, New World Order. Fuck you, Bill Gates.
I love you.
You gotta do better than that.
I love you.